What's going down, Niner Faithful? Welcome back to another video. So I wanted to come on here to kind of give my thoughts on this Josh Allen situation. Now, I should have made this video probably, a couple weeks back when Josh Allen decided not to attend the Senior Bowl. But I kind of want to come on here and talk about if with Josh Allen not attending the Senior Bowl, does that affect his draft stock, his draft lottery, and does that affect the 49ers in maybe taking him at number two? Because I've also heard names being spiraled out there like Montez Sweat, who our defense coordinator Robert Saleh really liked, and really liked coaching at the Senior Bowl, and said he was very his IQ was high. He commented Montez Sweat very well. And then the I can't think of his name, but the Michigan pass rusher. I think his last name's Allen, Gary Allen, maybe. I don't remember. But he was also said during this thing with Josh Allen not attending the Senior Bowl, and who else could the 49ers take? So, with Josh Allen not attending the Senior Bowl, will that affect him? Will that affect the Niners in drafting him? Okay, for one, I'm going to give my take on what I think about Josh Allen not attending the Senior Bowl. Do I support that? This is the thing. Josh Allen is projected to go at least top 10 in the first round. So with not attending the Senior Bowl, does that make him a coward? Does that make him like a douchebag? No. The reason why is because, for one, if I was Josh Allen, I would have did the same thing. You're already, a top 5, 10 pick. Why go to the Senior Bowl? Maybe you don't do good in the Senior Bowl, and maybe that causes your draft stock to, decrease. Why not stay at home, do whatever, not go to the Senior Bowl, not attend the Senior Bowl, have the NFL franchises and organizations go off of what the film you have at Kentucky. Now, I do know there is a flaw, or there's kind of a negative about not attending the Senior Bowl for Josh Allen in the Niners' perspective, and that is the Niners, there's some answers that the Niners need to still answer, like, is he going to be a premier pass rusher for this team? Is he going to be a pass rusher we can have for years and years? Is he going to produce like the Josh Allen we know in college football? So there's answers out there, there's questions out there that have been unanswered, and that could, take a toll on if the Niners would draft him. So basically, from the standpoint of from the standpoint of what the Niners think, I think, or from the standpoint as in what film are we going to have to go off? We're going to only have to go off of the film that Josh Allen provided us with in when he was at Kentucky. Now we obviously have the combine, but the combine is different from watching film on somebody. So really, in all reality, the only chance Josh Allen has to show NFL teams what he's made of is when obviously he goes to the combine. But to answer this question, will it affect Josh Allen's draft stock? Will the Niners decide not to draft him? Since he didn't go to the Senior Bowl, since he didn't attend the Senior Bowl. Now, Robert Saleh, our defense coordinator, actually made a comment, and it was pretty much towards Josh Allen, because he said, I like guys who come here and show up. And that was obviously shots toward Josh Allen, but other players that didn't attend as well. Will this affect the Niners in drafting him? This is a very hard question, because if you look at it at the same point as of what the Niners need, we do need an edge rusher. Nick Bosa is probably more than likely, highly likely, going to go number 1 to the Arizona Cardinals. And then obviously, Josh Allen's probably the best available after that. So should the 49ers go out and draft him at the number 2 pick? Personally, yes. Aside from Nick Bosa, he's the second best pass rusher, edge rusher in this draft, aside from Nick Bosa and people like that. So what would it take? Sorry, I got distracted. But anyways, But if you look at it the same point as the Niners are really ticked off that he didn't attend the Senior Bowl, you could go and draft, a guy like Montez Sweat. I think it's Gary Allen from Michigan. But to me, I think we still take Josh Allen at number 2. The reason being is because he's the next best pass rusher aside from Nick Bosa, who is more than likely going to go to the Arizona Cardinals. Personally, if it came down to it, I would rather have Josh Allen than Nick Bosa. 100%. I made a video about that a while back, and I told you guys I'd rather pick Josh Allen, and I'm sticking with that. I just feel like Josh Allen is more athletic. I feel like he can be more beneficial to the Niners than Josh Allen, or Nick Bosa would. But we'll see what happens. But did it affect Josh Allen's draft stock in not attending the Senior Bowl? Maybe in other team standpoints, but with the 49ers, since we need an edge, I don't think they're going to take that into consideration. Oh, he didn't go to the Senior Bowl. Oh, well, screw him. We're not going to draft him. You can't look at it that way because he's ranked the number 2 edge in the draft aside from Nick Bosa, number 2 pass rusher. And a lot of people are, saying, well, Josh Allen, at the same time, he didn't. He really wasn't, an edge. He's not considered an edge. He is considered an edge. Can he really get to the quarterback? I've seen multiple questions along those lines as well. You're going to have to get. Every guy that comes in the NFL is going to have to get better. So from the film, from Kentucky, yes, there still is unanswered questions about Josh Allen. Are we going to find those out? Probably not. Why? Because he didn't attend the Senior Bowl. But you got to go for the standpoint as in, what. You got to go on the standpoint as in what he's ranked at his position. In that case, he's ranked number 2. In my opinion, I think he should be ranked number 1. But at the end of the day, I think we still draft him. I think we still go for him. We'll see what happens, though. We could also go with a different guy. Montez Sweat, Gary Allen, I believe. I don't know that Michigan guy's name. Please correct me in the comments. I do not know that Michigan guy's name. But there's been speculation about him possibly being picked at number 2. And aside from that, I'm going to be doing a lot of these draft videos and who I think the 49ers should take and kind of mock drafts. Those did really well on my channel last year. So I'm going to be continuing doing those. I'll probably make one after this video. But to answer this question of the video, like I said, I do not think it will affect Josh Allen's draft stock. And I think the Niners should single-handedly pick Josh Allen at number 2. We'll see what happens, though. But with that being said, if you guys have any questions for me in the comments down below, feel free to let me know. And with that being said, go Niners.